Hello, Huskies back again with more Columbus Blue Jackets GM mode franchise mode commentary. Last video we finished off the off season. I attempted to not make a lot of moves that ended up not being the case. We added Mikael Granlund, Shane Prince, Zach Hyman as much of our forward core, and defensively we added nobody. We actually just dropped Ryan Murray and brought in Roy Nielsen. Is he Canadian? Oh, he's American. Wow. So we have we have 2 Americans, 2 Swedes. We have 3 Americans. We have 3 Americans, 2 Swedes, and 1 defenseman, 1 Canadian defenseman. And then we added John Gibson. Now, I was debating using the trade deadline as like a marker in which to verify which goalie I'm going to use as my number 1 going forward. But considering the salaries that they both have, I mean, Gibson's got a good salary. Even at a 87, he's a 6.8. Now, I know Korpisalo is a 2.2, and he's only 1 overall less. I'm going to give him to the playoffs. Come off season, we'll debate and see who gets to stay. Whoever plays better gets the job. That's what it's going to boil down to. I'm hoping that we get production from all 3 lines this season. We've kind of seen a steady dip in Panarin's production. I mean, year 1, 72 points, 30 goals. Year 2, 73 points, 38 goals. And then 53 and 51. Now, I know these are second line years, but I'm playing him with quality guys. Like, he should be a 30-goal scorer playing with Mikael Granlund and Sebastian Aho. I don't feel like there's any reason not to be. He's got the shooting stats. He's got the puck skills. Unlike last year's game, where he was a sniper, but his shot was basically an 87 at best, he's got 90s in his stats. He should be putting up 30 goals. Up here, we got Line A. He had 42 goals last year. I expect another 40-goal campaign out of him. Winberg's just getting better. Again, Joe Thornton-esque type player. And then Dylan Larkin, probably another 20-30 guy. I'm looking for 70 points out of Larkin. I'm looking for point per game out of both Line A and Winberg. But I really don't want to make any changes. So we're just going to hop into the season. Now, I am going to attempt to keep an eye on player morale. Because as was pointed out to me in the comments, I have not paid attention to player morale probably since 2016. Like NHL 16. Because I just thought it was silly. I've just never been a fan of it. I didn't feel like it was all that great of an addition. I didn't think that it offered anything real. I just thought it was a gimmick. But clearly, we're having some issues. Our locker room chemistry is at a 57 right now. So we're going to hop into player... It's at 68. So player morale. I think once a month I'm going to pop in here and see who has a meeting and see if I can figure out Panarin and Aho. I need to get back on the better side. I mean, everybody else is happy, which is good. The AHL, let's hold a team meeting. Boosh. Sure, why not? I don't think there's anybody upset in the AHL. There's not. Let me make sure my goalies are good too. Yeah, so I mean, we're happy across the board. We're sitting at 68%. Usually anything above a 75 is where you want to be, is what I've learned. So I'm going to do my best to kind of keep up with that. I still have all the notifications for that turned off because it just gets to be too much. So like I said, we'll check in at the end of every month probably and see how people are doing. Well, let's go. Hop in. Game 1 against the Buffalo Sabres. Can we start the year off right? This is year 5. We've had 3 straight first round exits. We got to get better. And we give up a 3-goal mark in the second. Damn. Alright, that's not what I was hoping for. Not what I was hoping for at all. Ooh, Jack Eichel again, 4-0. John Gibson's Columbus debut, not going great. Hoping for a better result than this, but it's only game 1. It's only game 1. We got we got some time here. Nothing to panic about. Nothing to panic. Oh, but we lost Artemi Panarin for a month. Great. That's just freaking great. Alright, so since the regular season really won't be kind of what I want to... I'm not going to pay too much attention to it. I'm going to talk about the trade deadline a little bit, because that's really the only topic I can think of. The trade deadline is come and gone in the NHL, and there were some... I'm only going to stick to the big name moves, because that's really all I want to talk about. Now, probably the biggest trade was... I really don't know what I would qualify as the... I just got rid of David Savard. Get the fuck out of here. I mean, the Pittsburgh getting Derek Brassard was pretty big. Boston getting Rick Nash was pretty big. Alright, so Timmy's back. Let's get him in there. Boosh. Alright, cool. Alright, so... Josh Mance. I don't need defense, guys. Stop. Alright, so let's go look at our player morale real quick. We're 4-4-1. Kind of want to see what's going on here. Not off to the greatest start. Does anybody have a meeting? Nope. And we've got 3 guys that aren't happy campers. Ice time. Why are you upset about ice time? You're a top. Why are you top 4? You're at 82. Shit. All right. Well, I gotta put him on the power play then. That should solve that issue. All right. So while I do that, let's look at the New York Rangers. They are an interesting team. One thought they would come in and try to... Shit, there's nobody I want to take off of the power play, though. I can take Timothy off. They were thought to be a playoff contender for the past couple seasons, or a cup contender the past couple seasons. They haven't really worked out that well. So they decided to break it all down, kind of rebuild on the fly. A la, you know, kind of like our Detroit Red Wings, we rebuild back when they were, you know, the gods of the NHL. So the Rangers traded McDonough, JT Miller, and Rick Nash, all to separate teams. Now the Rangers, I think, ended up fantastic. They traded McDonough and Miller to the Tampa Bay Lightning for Nemestikov, I don't know how to say hey Jack, Brett Howden, a first-round pick, and a conditional second-round pick next year. And if the Lightning win the Cup, which is a strong possibility considering the additions that they made, that second-round pick turns into a first-round pick. Now that is a great return for McDonough and Miller. Now, will Nemestikov be a top 6 guy in New York? He should be. I don't see why he wouldn't. Brett Howden could be something. I mean, they got two junior guys that could possibly make a mark. So, pretty much just hoping. I mean, the sky's the limit. They also got Craig Biggers from Colorado for Ryan Graves. Kind of a swap on potential defenseman. I think that works out well for them. You look at the Rick Nash trade with Boston. They retained 50% of his cap hit, but they sent him to Boston and they pulled back Ryan Spooner, Ryan Lindgren, and Matt Belowski, who again 50% retained. He was an AHL guy. He didn't really work in Boston. And another first-round pick and then a 7th-round pick. Honestly, if you ask me who won the trade deadline, it's gonna be the Rangers. Now Pittsburgh. Let me rephrase that. New York run the trade deadline in terms of what they wanted to do. What the fuck? Why are you upset? God damn it. If you're upset about your performance, fucking do something about it. Put some points on a goddamn board. I never understood that. Why are you sulking about your individual performance? Go out there and play better. He's a first line forward. Second line, first line. All right, so it's starting to hit hard. Panarin's stats are starting to drop. Granlund's not working. They're a minus. Tyson Jost has 9 goals. Like, he's ripping it up on this. The second line just doesn't work. It absolutely just does not work. So I'm gonna put. Get out of here. Actually, he's got better face-offs. Granlund. See, I don't really want to do that because Jost does so well in that third line. But Panarin's just not meshing with anybody I add. Like, in theory, this should work. Granlund's a great playmaker. Aho's got good offensive awareness. Like, this should work, but I'm done with Panarin. That's the final straw for me. I know we're only 2 months in, and things could change, but his morale's starting to dip. He's got to go. There's no way that he sticks around, and I'm going to let him get any lower on the cap space hit. Cap space. Trade value hit. So let's see, does he have a meeting? I can't meet with him, so yeah, we're just going to trade him. This might be rash. It might not be agreed with him on the comments, but he's got to go. He's not working. I don't even think Granlund's working, to be honest, either. But Granlund's... Oh, I don't want to up and trade Granlund right away. But I want to get a goal scorer back for Panarin. Oh, they have Matt Sundin? What? Oh shit, they do. They have Matt Sundin. What the fuck? I was kidding. Alright. Interesting. Alright, so I want a half-decent scoring forward. Oops. Forwards. God, I wish that Svechnikov would turn into something. The other Svechnikov that's in this game turns into something. He's a freaking beast. Mironov. See, the only issue like with doing this is we're so far deep that I don't know who would be a good goal scorer. I pretty much have to look at every team. Tyler Toffoli, 6 goals, 15 assists. Maybe Toffoli. What's he make? He makes 5.3. He's 29, so he's the same age. Could possibly get Toffoli. He's cheaper. Can I get something else with him? I don't think I can get any of these guys. Can I? Oh shit. Okay. Well then. We added Taylor Radish and Tyler Toffoli. Is Radish in the AHL? As he kinda should be. Top 6 forward, he's a power forward. Yeah, we're gonna send him down. I feel like somebody's gonna claim him though. Yeah, somebody claimed him. Fuck. Damn it, that was dumb. That was absolutely dumb. We're just gonna best lines and I'm gonna mess with it. Toffoli and Line A on the first line. You know what? They're both snipers. I don't feel like that'll work. Oh, Toffoli doesn't have the greatest shooting stats. Maybe I should have looked at that. Shit, I might have jumped into this too deep. Let's leave him up there. Let's leave Larkin on the second line here, and let's see if he can mesh with Granlund and Aho, because he is a goal scorer. Well, he was. We'll see if that's the case. I'm kind of upset about the whole Radish thing. That was dumb. That was dumb on my part. All right, so new look. Let's see if this has any effect. I'm hoping something changes here. But back to the trade deadline. I'm gonna look at the hometown team next, the Chicago Blackhawks. They're kind of doing a rebuild. They traded Ryan Hartman to Nashville for Victor. I don't know how to say his last name. He's a guy that has a pretty good upside. First round pick and a 4th round pick. I think Chicago got exactly what they wanted. I'm honestly surprised Ryan Hartman netted a 1st round pick, if I'm honest. I really don't think he's worth that much. Personally, I don't really like Ryan Hartman. Where the hell's Aho? Is he in the lineup? What? I'm confused. He's not there. He's hurt. Why did it... What? I don't know what it prompted me to do there. Okay. Davidson... No, get out of here. Zach Werenski's hurt. Awesome. Just keep stacking injuries up here. It's exactly what we need. Alright, Sebastian Aho's back. Let's get him in there. Aho's an 84. Did you get morale issues too? Yep. He didn't like that I traded Panarin, but he's not happy with his ice time. Why is he not happy with his ice time? He's a 2nd line forward. You're on the 2nd line. What? Are you bitching about ice time because you were hurt? That makes no sense. If that's honestly the case, that is just... Holy crap, it's dumb. Sebastian Aho was playing defense? Okay. Good to know. Don't know why he was there. 15, 12, and 5. Alright, but like I said, the Hawks, I think, got exactly what they wanted. They're kind of on a soft rebuild. They turned Tommy Wingles into a conditional 5th. I mean, aside from... I didn't really pay too much attention to the trade deadline because I don't really feel like the trade deadline means that much anymore because teams really don't trade anybody big. Although Vegas went all in. I know that Erik Karlsson was a big piece that Vegas was interested in. I mean, a lot of teams are interested in Erik Karlsson. But they flipped around and they grabbed Tomas Tatar from Detroit for a 1st, a 2nd, and a 3rd. Considering how many draft picks Vegas has, I think that's a really good return for Vegas. I was honestly surprised to see them buying at the trade deadline. Sebastian, why are you disgruntled? Oh my god. Oh boy. Is he still disgruntled? Probably. Yep. Granlund's disengaged. He's disgruntled. Oh man. I tell you what. The next GM mode we're doing, I'm turning fucking player morale off. Because this is just dumb. I know that I haven't paid attention to it, but it literally brings me nothing good. Nothing good comes from player morale. I get a possible 1 overall increase on a player in exchange for potentially having a guy go down 6 or 7 points and have no interest in playing here. It's so just frustrating. Like, I turn off career mode, or I turn off owner mode because that's just dumb with the owner goals and they'll just fire you for no reason. Player morale is very quickly gonna be in the same way for me. I don't get it. I hate the whole personal performance thing has such a strong impact. Like, Ryan McDonough, Chris Weidman, and a 6 for Sebastian Aho in a 2nd. That's tempting, but I don't need defense. He's got 5. Are you kidding me? He's got 5 points. 5. How the fuck do you have 5 points? We've played 45 games. How do you have 5 points? That can't be right. There's no way that's right. Oh my god, it's right. He's got 5 points. He's played 28 games. He's got 5 points. Holy shit. Tyson Joe's rocking on the 3rd line. Guys got motherfucking 29 points. I'm swearing a lot this video. My apologies. Our first line's actually a minus? What? What happened to our team? That third line's kicking ass though. Velarde, Jost, and whoever's on the with them. They're kicking ass. So you know what? I have to trade Aho now too. And that's solely because of morale. And I'm not going to be able to get quality return back for him because his trade value is going to be in the dumps. This is frustrating. This is very frustrating. He's got decent trade value still. I can probably swap him out for a decent two-way forward. Goddamn Vegas. Brock Bozer. Hello. Sniper. 5-star shooting. Okay. He's got 16 goals on. Hello. Yeah. What's up? Brock Bozer, you want to come to Columbus, dog? I can actually get somebody else with him for Aho here. What else you offering here? Petterstorm. Draft picks. You want to trade draft picks? Give me Minnesota's second and Brock Bozer for Sebastian Aho. Trade rejected. Alright. Give me a third. Give me Minnesota's third and Brock Bozer for Sebastian Aho. Done. Alrighty. This team, we got out of control here. I'm not gonna lie. I got a little out of control. I might have done some rash things here. I don't want Tyson Jost playing with Brock Bozer. I don't think that's gonna end up well. Mikael Granlund is down to an 83 overall. He was arguably the worst decision I made all offseason in bringing in. He is a cancer to the locker room, and he has no business being on this team. Why does it keep scratching Velarde? The guy's a monster. Stop it. I get that he's a center, but fuck off. Toffoli, Winberg, and line A. Toffoli's actually only a second liner. Granlund's a first liner. Let's try this. Brock Bozer scores, man. His stats are ridiculous. His stats were more ridiculous before I traded for him. That's upsetting. That's okay. That's where I'm gonna end the video though. I'd say comments for criticisms, critiques, but I don't think I did anything good this video. It was a mess from the start. It's overreactions galore. Trading on whims. That was my frustration with the team just boiled over. I don't think anything was good there. Mikael Granlund's got to go. He's probably the next guy. I don't know. I gotta take some time. I gotta take a few hours and cool off before I record another video where I'm gonna trade away the whole fucking team. But yeah, I was hoping to get more in depth into the trade deadline, but I also assumed that our team would be good. So, whoops. But as always, if you enjoyed the video, remember to leave a like. As well as subscribe to the channel so you know when the next video goes live. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow for, well, we'll see if the team is still here. I don't know.